range, shut down, but there's Hydro to ascend White Stairs, and he does find Prone Stars. But we're back down to a 3v3 here with 20 seconds to go. Once again, the execute needs to come, and it needs to come soon, otherwise you're just going to run out of time. You got to get that diffuser into the site. Fireness is down, and now the final two players just have to go. Where's the urgency? Where's the execute? Stuck on a Lucy Banshee is Hydro, and they are once again just going to run out of time. Spoonman will shut Wonsley into the remaining two defenders.
Yeah, it's just a very difficult situation right now, especially if you don't drone.
Fabled with two massive picks there, just sitting on the counter. No drones like you said. Absolute misplay there, but he goes traded by Prone Stars, and now Fireness left alone in a 1v2.
Plant down over inside of Kitchen, but NC State, they find two more.
Two massive kills for Hydro, going big here in round 12, but Reef has been allowed to push up, maybe gets one, just barely misses the head of the planter, and will pay the price for it. It's all going NC State's way. 4 rounds in a row, down 6-2. They don't care. Overtime is needed. Claimed by the C4s, he jumped in through the top of red, but finally Hydro will be shut down by the player on White Stairs, and now a 3v5, making a 5v2 now for Cumberland, as it seems as though that miraculous comeback we saw from NC State might be all for naught, as they're 20 seconds away from losing this map out. And how about it, Cumberland? Put a statement on it, put the exclamation point on. Flawlessly done by Cumberland. They win it out 8-6. Map number 1 firmly for the Phoenix. He's got pings on one of the players potentially lurking his way in, and they have the read on Hydro, who's walking his way up towards the main breach. Prone Stars will shut one down, and Hydro now all alone swings out to the bottom of yellow, gets one, but working against two members who have just backed away. He won't get any more than that. Norway outside the main garage shuts him down, and that's 2 attacks in a row by Cumberland. And Tangly Tree can just hold here and wait, but oh no, one player caught off guard, and now Fabled can just sit up here and cover, but where's the timer? The diffuser down. Oh no, what a disaster for NC State, and Cumberland will win the series 2-0.
This teleporter is so smart. Gunplay Racer, though, does tank a bio nade to the face, has plenty of health to go live on through it. The classic time of Sanctum where you just don't see any limbs come in, but it's Racer deep into the back lines, takes Carter for a sweet ride off the map at the cost of their own life. And even trade so far, but you gotta say, not having a tank here, there's plenty of space for Ideal unless they're dealt with now.
Smartly, and this fight will be theirs.
The sound barrier unmatched, and not having a May is going to be brutal. That's another one for Finlay. So aggressive on this Lucio, and it's about to get even quicker here. Hunting for Jay, gets that one. Uh-oh. Now it's Mako locked in his sights, and there's a third for the Lucio player. You'll love to see these bloodthirsty supports pop off in the ways that they do, and it'll send Arcadia straight to round 3. It does pop the Primal Rage. Please get out of the payload. No! Okay, Racer, you are making me nervous here, buddy. Jump leaps back in the nick of time, and to keep this payload contested. There's plenty of tools for Delaware to work with, but they're going to want to use as few as possible, especially knowing that they have the advantage at this time. Racer just bunkered down on this payload, making something happen, and he just can't do anything other than watch his team crumble around him. Delaware Varsity leaps on towards the vulnerable underbelly of Arcadia. I'm going to make quick work of the first point. Have their ultimates online. Pip gotta be able to work some magic here. The sleep dart onto Racer. Will it be enough after both supports Carter has taken into his own life? Pip sending it to the backline, looking for the Soj, but the railgun, too much damage and out of range. It's Syrup putting an end to Arcadia's last hope. They've been flawless so far, Ray, and it's Delaware now to put a blemish on their record. The perfect map streak is gone, and the Delaware Blue Hens gonna go ahead and tie up our series rather quickly, and it's just ISU Redbird Academy figuring out who can touch next, wanting a win con. It's in Lou to give it to them. Otters is blown to bits.
Otters is down, but KHD is completely uncontested right now, and that's your big problem dealing with this, is that you can't spend time going over to get the Ana because all of your pressure needs to be on the point, so they're forced to throw bodies at this. But when an Ana's free farming like that, there's the nade. It's gonna be that killer touch that UCI need to finish this thing off.
But it's really only Alu right now able to contest the objective. Destiny stalled it out long enough. You just don't have the damage to necessarily take down any target. It's just a game of trying to survive as long as you can, but UCI, we're already way too far ahead for the Redbirds to make any form of comeback. Your timing for ISU Redbirds, you're reaching last fight, and you're really not going to have a rise back. for this engage. Massive Bionade forces the recall out, and Rhino's just in there like swimwear. The supports have been tickled to death, and UCI have made sure that the Redbird Academy does not have a solid touch left. It's really only Destiny. The one last leg for the Redbird Academy is UCI are going to go ahead and shut out Ilios by the looks of it, Door, 200-0. All the meanwhile, RSU Academy causing chaos within the backside. It's always so spread out, and these little skirmishes will keep happening, except for Destiny got knocked off into the mines. Oh, this poor Winston player.
We need to erase the Destiny POV from the annals of the internet after this. It's been a not fun game for this Winston player. To them, a lot of these were in neutral fight wins, not necessarily wins in execution. It was wins in decision making, wins in tempo, wins in patience that were picking them up fights
from the waterfall. And not to mention where Vault was positioned at that angle to come in from the waterfall down. That is just so hard to defend. So again, that was just great positioning, I think, coming out from the side of MSU. Is now Spicy finds shot because it makes it just pretty much non-blockable at that point. It's all but guaranteed to go in. So it's just so satisfying to get those bar down shots. And I know Christian is feeling pretty good right about now.
Oh yeah, feeling fantastic. So as we go into the last 90 seconds, right now, St. Clair Saints not really been tested on this latter half of the game defensively. Chunk is going to pre-jump from this one, but look how Bears just so smoothly, it feels...
To demeanor, your momentum, your morale, you've got to go into the next game with a good headset, with a good mindset, rather. And you know what? Having a good headset wouldn't hurt either. Just throwing it out there. Couldn't hurt. Have a good headset. But right now, Vesh and the rest of St. Clair, they got a good mindset, they got a good headset, and I got to tell you, they have a really good team as now they get their 6th goal on the board. Our first overtime of the night, and now that clock is going to begin to tick upward.
Of demos again to start things off on this most recent exchange. A big bump by 80 and Vesh forcing Chunk up there. Oh, just off the post, and another one goes through. Would you believe it? Condors stay alive, and we go game 5.
Well, there we go. That's the answer back we've been waiting for from the Condor Esports team. Involved that third player because it was a 3-way pass play, and that third player should have gotten some credit as well, as now Jazzy is going to get the credit, all the credit for that goal there for St. Clair.
I want to say the same thing about adding a stat for an impactful demo, because we got to see one that's to be able to create that gap. So now Maryville answers back as we have another tied ball game. This time, though, going into the last minute of play, a demo opens things up. Shuffleverse hits the bench, and Relating Wave hits the back of the net.
You know what? I feel like I'm eating my